Are you tired of high-pressure tactics?
No, I'm not going to sign that. It's too much.
At Community Auto Group, you'll find we have a straightforward approach.
If other dealers have made you uncomfortable, give Community a try. You'll enjoy your experience here and find a straightforward deal that's right for you, not high-pressure tactics.
Community Auto Group, straightforward deals from the straightforward dealer.
We'll formally call this meeting to order. It's Tuesday, May 28th, after our Memorial Day weekend. And with that, I'd so accept a motion to approve and accept the agenda presented this morning and approve the minutes of the past.
At this time, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for this morning and the minutes of May 21st regular session and special session.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alrighty, with that, any old business, Bob?
I have none.
Okay. Anything else from the auditors or no one here? Okay. With that, we're going to move right on to your line item, County Engineer Mary, and we have wetness, we have rain.
Yes, we do.
And it could be worse.
And it could be worse.
There we go.
We had our staff meeting this morning and we have 2 new foremen, so I informed them that if it does get worse, that we need to make sure we keep track of time and stuff. If it were to turn into a FEMA event, hopefully it puts rain before that will happen, but.
Okay.
So we're just kind of prepared for that. Very few washouts so far. One in the Clear Lake area, one in the Mason City area, and then down kind of 140 streets washed out, a few spots down south, so very few spots. So that is my report. The second item for your consideration is a resolution to close the road and, for the Bicycle Blues and Barbecue Bike Race and give them permission to utilize the roads. I think they've been doing this since 2006. They have a sanctioned bike race, and the last year or the year before they added a time trial, which I'm not a biking expert. I don't know exactly how that plays into their race, but they have a time trial on Saturday and then the race on Sunday. And they're using the same route that they used last year. They're going to use, I had emailed you some maps. They're going to use Grouse from Clear Lake north to 300th Street. And then south of Clear Lake, they're using portions of S25, B55, S14, B63, S33, S34, and B65. It's a loop going kind of down Grouse, down and around. If they go into Hancock County and then they come back into Missouri and then they go down into Franklin County and up by Sheffield and Swaledale and through Thornton and back north to Clear Lake. So, and the resolution just allows them to close. They like to close the finish line, and then they don't necessarily close the route, but they have people at the intersections to control traffic so nobody gets hurt. And then I believe the end is in Clear Lake, so they'll close that portion, and then they'll close the time trial road that they do for time trials.
Okay. Yeah, it was either last year or the year before. I sat on one of the corners for about 5 minutes because there's a whole bunch of them through. They do a nice job. They had somebody watching traffic and stuff for everything.
They go fast, I guess.
They go very, very
40
fast.
miles an hour.
Yeah, they go real fast.
I thought you were going to say you participated.
No. I didn't participate, that's for sure. At this time, I'll make a motion to do resolution 2013 number 43 for the road closed for the Bicycle Blues and Barbecue.
Okay, and I'll second resolution 43 in reference to the closure of the county roads for the Bicycle Blues and Barbecue Bike Race. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Anything else, Mary?
No, that is it.
All right.
We did let B20 last week and waiting to get the paperwork in the mail from the DOT, so I'll probably have that for next week.
Have you heard what the bid was?
Yes, it was good. It was approximately 1.9 million, and haven't, like I said, I haven't gotten a chance to see the actual bid tab and the actual bid items.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Anything else? Not, we'll be moving on to our county auditor's line item. The first one happens to be claims.
I have the claims here for your consideration.
Yes, at this time, I'll make a motion to approve the claims and have you sign where appropriate.
Okay, so second the motion to accept the claims and authorize the chair's signature on them. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, start at payroll line item.
All right, I have payroll, warrant register, and 518 for your consideration.
At this time, I'll make a motion to accept the payroll warrant report.
Okay. Also second that to accept and approve the payroll warrant report as of May 18th. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, another payroll
Then I
item?
have two payroll resolutions, I mean, I'll go under one resolution, a new employee in the sheriff's department, Brandon Keeling, excuse me, starting at 1611 as a correctional officer, and then Benjamin Buffington, temporary summer help in the sign department at $9 an hour.
Okay.
Okay,
You got your part-time help also, huh? No?
Yes, we have two sign and one in the engineer's department. I haven't hired any mowing. Last couple of years, I did two seasonal for mowing, and I haven't done that yet. So I'm gonna kind of check with the foreman and see how they feel about that, if they wanna proceed that way or not.
I think with the kind of summer we're gonna have, looks like we probably. At this time, I'll make a motion to do resolution 2044 for Benjamin Buffington and Brandon Keeling.
yes, and also second resolution number 44 for the two, one full-time, one part-time employee. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Is that enough payroll, Becky, or do you
That will
have?
do it for payroll, so.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, drainage.
We do have a drainage issue. I need a resolution for an assessment for drainage District 79 in the amount of $3,400.
Okay.
All right.
Sandy talked to me about this. Is there anything you want to add to it? Or? Okay. She brought me up to speed on it, and it is something I think we can get done, since they're about out of money now to pay this. So this time I'll make a motion to do resolution 2013 number 45 for drainage assessment on District 79 for $3,400.
Okay. Also, second resolution number 45 for the drainage district number 79 assessment. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then we have a line item B, which we're going to get back to at 10:15, and we'll deal with that. Is there any other drainage for the?
That is all I have for drainage until that conference call.
Okay. Well, then moving along to our line items here, number 4, and I take it that's your,
Yes.
you have the floor, Sandy, for this?
I wanna
Okay, we
get
have a
background
budget
on this.
amendment.
Yeah, you're
Am I jumping ahead?
You are.
Sorry. I
Oh.
didn't grab an agenda.
Oh, okay.
I have need a resolution for the supplemental appropriations that Heather's requesting. There's the proposed resolution for that.
Okay, there it is. This is different amounts.
Yes.
We just have an
Oh,
auditor's
you know what,
transfer.
I jumped ahead on that one, Bob.
That's
Sandy
good.
messed me up. All right, now we've got, yeah, it's the same, so.
Our coordination of effort, yeah, let's
Yes,
practice.
we worked it out
A
together.
lot of times we have plenty of agendas to deal with.
I know.
What I actually have for your consideration is a transfer of funds. How's that sound?
There we
Yeah,
go.
I was kinda
Alright,
leaning, so
alright. That's
I
where you
wanted to say
go?
something, but I thought I
Okay.
better not.
I have one from the Rural County Betterment Fund to the Ingerbretson Park in the amount of $3,000. I have one from the Missouri Operating and Maintenance Fund to the Missouri Reserve Fund for $1,740. And then the last and final one is from the Missouri Operating and Maintenance Department to the Missouri Depreciation Fund in the amount of $2,815.
I would imagine the Missouri stuff is for the sewer system we have down there. We're plunging around. And the others for, okay,
All right, number 46, I think, is in order.
you read off the amounts, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. At this time, I'll make a motion to do resolution 2013, number 46, for transfer of funds for the three different departments.
Okay. All right, well, we have before us, and also second that, resolution number 46 for the approval of the auditor's transfer of funds. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right. We're going to go on to line item number 5 here, authorize the vice chair, which is me, to sign with Systems Incorporated for an online index books program. Okay, now you're,
Now,
yeah, we have them.
these are proposals from a company called COT Systems
Okay.
for an online transfer book program. Currently in the auditor's office, any transfer of real estate is done manually in a big book. And this is a first step to bring us out of that manual entry into an electronic format. And what COT will do for us is a lot of our old books, more than 100 of our old books are in microfilm form. They're going to convert the microfilm of those transfer books to a digital format. And then the transfer books that are not microfilmed, that are not quite as old, they're going to create a digital picture of each of them. And that's going to be what we're going to call our historic transfers. They're going to bring them up to an electronic version so that, and it's going to be online as well, so that anybody from the public can go to our website and be routed to this particular page where they can see all the transfers in 1950 in block 10 of the Shonka edition, or whatever they're looking for.
In order how they would appear calendar-wise, or alphabetically, or parcel number, or, you know,
Good
there's a
question.
million. Okay.
Yeah, for the historical piece, it's going to be a digital picture of the pages. So as long as you know what year the transfer is that you're looking for, or what subdivision,
Okay.
then you can search by those means.
Can search by name.
Not for the historical. You will have to know you'll have to know the transfer subdivision name or section township range, or the year, the general year, and then you will get to look at the digital format, the picture of those transfer pages, and you'll have to look under grantor grantee for the transfer from Shonka to you. So that's how we're going to handle the digital, and that's what we have before you in this contract with COT Systems. It is for a cost of $57,500. It is in our 2013-14 budget. They're not going to begin work until July 1. There's going to be an ongoing cost of $100 a month to maintain that piece of the website that they will host. That is it in a nutshell. By the way, for any ongoing, and this contract doesn't address this, but just for information, for any ongoing transfers, we're hoping July 1 will be the implementation date. Our own MIS department is nearing completion of a in-house program, so that we will continue then to enter transfers electronically, and then we will be able to search for transfers not only by subdivision, section, township, range, or year, but for any transfer from July 1 on, also by name.
Okay. And I
That-
see what
that's
you're
coming,
saying, you're
that's
taking
separate
care
from
of
this contract.
everything, all the historical, bring up them
Yep.
to digital.
With this
digital.
contract.
format, if you will.
The
And
books
then
will
you're-
continue to be available
and
to the
then
public.
From there on in-house will be up to speed.
So we're making a big transition.
Yeah.
We will keep the books old and stuff,
The
so.
books will remain available.
Will the books remain updated?
No, starting July 1,
It'll be
there
all-
won't be any handwritten entries in the books. They'll all be an electronic version.
That's probably the reason why to do it, so we don't have to do that, right?
Right. And eventually then, the county's website will have a link to not only the historic piece that's supported by COD, but also the ongoing transfers that we plan to start July 1.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Well, and if there's any other questions or concern, not to move us along here, will we have a 10 a.m. hearing, so we'll, any other questions? Oh, yes, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, just to move along, if there's any other questions. This is a big step, actually, for the all.
Yeah.
Can I
Yes,
ask a
sir.
question?
Uh-huh.
So is that on premise, they come in to do
Yes.
this?
Yes, they'll be coming in. I'll be transferring all the microfilm that we have on a file stored in a place that's off-site to them to do the conversion in their offices. And then they will come on site and take the digital pictures of each page of the newer books, which is about, I think, 35 books. They'll be on site working through that.
So they give you a time frame as far as?
Once we get a signed contract, that will trigger getting us in the queue, they called it, and setting up that time frame. And the work, they understand, cannot begin until July 1 because this money's budgeted for the July 1, 13, June 30th, 14 budget.
Good. All right. Thank you. All right. So with that,
At this time, I'll make a motion to authorize the vice chair to sign the COT systems book program.
okay, and also second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're gonna jump down to number 6 here. 10 a.m. public hearing to address the budget amendment, and then we'll have a resolution, and we have a supplemental appropriation. So with that, Heather, I think you're doing it.
All right.
All right.
And Donna.
Okay.
I got one.
You have reports.
This is our annual budget amendment. It actually looks pretty good this year. You can see total revenues. It's on line 17 if you have the actual budget document, or the amendment document. Total amended revenues, $251,381. That's line 17, the middle column. Total expenditures that we're amending is line 31, $222,348. So a net change of $29,033, which is actually additional revenue over expenditures. And I'll just highlight a couple of things, and I have also attached to your document some of the detail. The biggest change we had was empowerment, which we've always run through our county. Starting this current year, it no longer is a budgetary fund. We've changed it from special revenue to an agency fund, and by law, that just does not require to be budgeted. So that's something we're pulling out of the budget during this amendment, and that's $556,000. So it's, but both on revenues and expenditures. Another change is for revenues, we had an IPERS refund adjustment that we had to make through our payroll system, and that was $256,000. That came back to the county as revenue, and then half of the, about half stayed with the county, and the other half was written back out to employees. So some of that is expenditures. And on the expenditure side, no large amounts other than secondary road construction, $300,000 we amended up, and this was done about three or 4 weeks ago that Mary and I talked, and I don't know if that's so much a change that's required anymore, but as of a month ago, that's something that we had to amend, so that's some of our big changes. Any questions on the amendment?
Really not an awful lot of changes. So
No.
the budget we have,
Right, right.
not much at all.
No, well, at this time, we'll open up the public portion of the hearing and entertain any comments people would have other than the board and the staff for the public here. So with that. Are you hearing much, Bob?
I don't hear much.
Me neither.
My hearing's fairly good.
Yeah,
so.
you know, I'm sure.
So at this time, I'll close the public, I'll make a motion to close the public portion of the hearing.
Okay, and also second that. All in favor?
Aye?
Aye. Okay, the public portion of the budget amendment portion is over. With that, now we have to appoint a resolution number to approve the
At this,
2012.
at this time, I'll make a motion to do resolution 2013 number 47 for the changes in the budget, 2012-2013 budget.
Okay. With that, I'll second resolution number 47 for the budget amendment. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now, moving along, number 7, resolution to approve the supplemental appropriations.
There we go.
Now we're getting to you.
There you go, that's for your consideration.
Does anybody want to say anything about this?
For the supplemental appropriations, every year, at the beginning of the year, you always appropriate to departments the amount they have budgeted. Now that we have amended their budgets, some will receive additional appropriations amount to spend, and some were reducing it. So this is just the adjustments to those initial appropriations.
Okay.
Which would be pretty good if it wasn't for the secondary roads.
With that, I so move in favor of resolution number 48 to approve the supplemental appropriations.
And I'll second resolution 2013 number 48.
Okay. With that, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. We're, just keep in mind, we have a 12:15 conference call, but we'll be moving along to number C, documents.
Got 2 today.
Okay?
Should
Thank
be
you.
the last 2 if we've been keeping track accurately. First is Linden Street, Doc 54P, and I will comment that this was filed electronically, so when we get the original, that's when we'll have you sign, Phil,
Okay.
and complete. Doc 54P is at the end of Linden Street in Oakwood Park. Got 4 signees and 4 hoists. The certificates of insurance, vote registrations, and the acknowledgement of receipt of policy are all in order. Would recommend approval of that one. And then also, our contact person on Doc 56P at the end of Elm Street brought in their documentation today, and that one has 8 assignees, 10 hoists. The doc fee's been paid in the appropriate amount, and the certificates of insurance, vote registrations, and policy acknowledgements are all in order. Would recommend approval of that one. So we've got 54 and 56P, and that should do it for the year.
At this time, I'll make a motion that we accept the documents and have you sign the appropriate to 54P and 56P. I was over on the lakes Friday, and it's just about completely full. I'm sure it is now.
shows just be patient, sometimes things work themselves out.
That's exactly right. But it looks, the water's up and everything looks like it's going good.
Okay. With that, also second the authorize and accept the dock permits of 56, 54P. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we can probably slip through these manure plants.
Think we can slip through the manure plants?
Kind
Okay.
of, and I did not mean.
I looked over the two manure plants we got, some report in Site 6 and some report in Site 2. Everything seems to be in order, and I'd make a motion we accept their plan and send a copy to Dana.
Okay. Also second that to accept the two manure plans. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, there'll be a little lead time on the conference call to set it up, or?
They're gonna initiate the call. They'll call us at this time.
Oh, okay, should we set that, or just, okay, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I noticed it when I was checked to make sure it was on the floor.
Should we get the next thing done?
Sure. Moving along to letter E, we have agreements and contracts, and we happen to have one this morning. This is to authorize the vice chair to sign collective bargaining agreement with the Teamsters Local number 238, and that happens to be our sheriff's department. Tom, you want to?
Yeah, this is a wall-to-wall unit covering our patrol and civil deputies, our jail sergeants, correctional officers, dispatchers, and clerical personnel, about 68 employees in all, by far our largest bargaining unit. Settlement was reached with Teamsters Local 238 following mediation on March 11th. It's a 4-year agreement running from July 1 of 2013 to June 30th of 2017. Just some of the highlights, the wages are a 2.25% increase July 1 of this year, 2.25% increase July 1 of 2014, and then 1.5% splits July 1 of 2015, January 1 of 2016, July 1 of 2016, and January 1 of 2017. I would note that the first year settlement is in line with the average for all counties for settlements for the year July 1, 13 to June 30th, 14. There have been 40 such settlements, and those settled out at an average of 2.23%, so we're right in line with those. The average of the 14 law enforcement units for July 1 of 13 to June 30th of 14 is 2.21. So again, we're right in line with those. As far as health insurance goes, the county agreed to continue to pay the single insurance. The family contribution will be $280 per month on July 1. That's 19.2%, not including the flex contribution. The family contribution will remain capped at $280 per month per contract year beginning July 1 of 2014. Then that cap rises to $300 a month for the July 1, 2015 contract year, rises to $320 per month for the July 1, 2016 contract year. And then there's also reopener language if changes to the health plan design or contributions are necessary under the Federal Affordable Care Act. As you've probably heard, implementation continues of that act. There's several things going into effect in 2014, which may or may not take effect. Some of those dates may be pushed back by the governmental agencies charged with putting together the regulations to implement those parts of the law. So there were also some other minor language changes that were made as well as part of that agreement. So we were successful in getting an agreement. I think it's very reasonable with 2.25% the first year, 2.25% the second year, and then essentially netting out at 2.25% the last 2 years, even though those are 1.5% splits. So again, it's right in line with the settlements that we're seeing statewide for all counties, and also the just for law enforcement.
With the amounts, yes, I guess that's the main thing, but the settling of the contract, it seemed to be on both, you should say both sides, but for everyone involved, they're satisfied, and there wasn't no, So that's always a good thing to get through this process. And, that's what we gotta do, and did it, and satisfactory to everyone I've talked to.
I think this is another one of them deals that takes a lot of time and a lot of meetings, and I want to compliment Tom and Mike Galloway, our labor attorney, and the union, because
Yeah.
it's about everybody
Rank
working
file.
together.
And the sheriff is part of the bargaining.
And the sheriff.
So,
Without everybody wanting to get this done, it seems like if we'd have turned it over to the federal government, we wouldn't have a contract for the next 15 years, so. At this time, I'll make a motion to authorize the chair to sign the collective bargaining unit with the teacher.
Okay, and also second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we'll move down to letter F, appointments. I have
Have none.
correspondence and communication.
Have none?
Okay. So, when we wait for the call then? I guess.
I'll make a motion, we go into recess until we get the phone call from
Sure.
Hancock County.
Also second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're recessed till the phone.
They didn't have to redo that, so that was good. So, yeah. Good morning, Board of Supervisors.
Chris, you would.
I don't know if you can be back to this.
Yeah, Bob, or
Hi, good morning. I'm gonna put you on speaker.
You're already on speaker with us.
Okay, can you hear us okay?
Yes, we can.
Perfect.
Okay, Todd, or Ted, pardon.
Yep, Terry's our chairman, but I was just speaking up.
Okay, this is Phil Doherty. Just momentarily, Bob Amison left the room.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, in the earlier days it was.
Well, then this is this. Thank you for your note concerning my father. I do appreciate that from your board.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. With that, we were momentarily in recess, so for the formality, we're going to open up. We're back in session, if you will. Sarah Gordo is? Okay.
Is Bob coming back in?
I'm here.
He's,
All right.
I'm here, I just got a cup of coffee,
Okay.
so I don't fall asleep while you guys have your meeting.
Yeah, I think this will be short and sweet. Something like this will be short and sweet. Okay, we got a joint drain with Seminole County, joint District 13-128. We have done a ditch cleaning on that ditch. The ditch has been cleaned, it's not been leveled or seeded yet, or culverts put in, so it's in the process of getting done. We need to levy $60,000 against that drainage district to cover the cost. Your percentage is 5.6289. So $3,377.34.
What was that again?
It is $3,377.34.
Okay.
okay.
It's
So
a,
I guess we need a motion and a second to get this resolution adopted so we can do this levy.
do we need this from each board or just as a total board together?
You're a
Total board together.
Okay. At this time, I'll make a motion to,
Is that Bob?
yeah.
Yes, Bob Amison there.
I'll make a motion to levy $60,000 for joint district 13 and 128.
Resolution.
Resolution, I better do a resolution. Our resolution number will be 2013 number 49.
Okay. And I'll second the motion, Bob.
Okay?
That was Ted Hall. Yes,
Okay.
Okay. Ted Hall.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to do a levy of $60,000. Is there any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
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 Aye, okay. It's all ayes here.
It's all ayes here.
Okay, okay. All right, we'll get this done.
Well, I'll type it up and, I will have you guys, our board sign it. This is Cindy Slicer, the drainage clerk. I'll have my board sign it and I will mail it over and have you sign it and then send the original back to me, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, thanks very much.
You bet.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep, bye.
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 All right. Okay. Any other business for the board this morning?
I don't have any. At this
I-
time, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.